With a Sam's Club membership, you get incredible savings every time you shop. Save on all your holiday cooking needs with over $5,000 of exclusive instant savings offers, like stovetop stuffing at $1.50 off. Wrap up tasty leftovers with $4 off Reynolds Wrap foil. And for baking that family favorite pie, Honeycrisp apples are $1 off. Stop by or visit samsclub.com for incredible instant savings. Join and save. Sam's Club. Life is better in the club. See club for details.
Hi, I'm Stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Klein.
And this is
Not Your Demographic,
a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, those exist. Sat up very straight, so I figured it was time.
Gotta get Erin my diaphragm. Oh, I have crumbs all over me.
Whatever.
I'm a monster.
You ate very quickly.
I did. A whole po' boy.
Yeah. Their po' boys are delicious.
5 minutes.
Delicious.
Delish.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm doing holiday work at Hazel, so I worked at Hazel all day.
Hazel's the best.
Hazel is the best. I love working there. It was fun. And now I'm at your house. We're recording at your house.
I know. Welcome, everyone, into my home.
Everyone can see us.
I'm also good, I guess. I cleaned my bong this weekend.
Great.
It's so clean now.
Gross.
It was disgusting. It took me all day. It was really gross.
How
but
does
I cleaned
it
it.
Take you all day? I don't care. Never mind. Pass.
Okay. I mean,
I was like, we don't need to talk about this.
I just soak in alcohol and then shake it with salt to get all the resin off of it. That's why.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep.
How you feeling after Halloween weekend?
Good.
What'd you do?
I went to your party,
Uh-huh.
and then I went to my friend Nicole's party. Spoiler, she's gonna be on the show later. Yeah, it was fun, and that was all I did.
Really? You didn't do anything else?
Nope, I didn't go to any other parties. I stayed in and watched Raw on actual Halloween.
That's so unlike you.
I know, and it was awesome. It was great. I only had to wear one costume, and then I was done.
And your costume was like a sweater.
Oh, yeah. It was a sweater and sweatpants. It was the best. Other than my cat onesie, I think it might be my most comfortable costume I've ever worn.
I hosted the Halloween party, and I had to work that day, so I had to get everything ready the day before, and then I gave Nick...
You did all that the day of?
No, I did all that the day before,
oh,
and then I did all the decorations and stuff, and Nick, I gave him like a little list of things to do, like make guacamole. Side note, Nick does not know how to make guacamole.
It's not hard.
I know, I gave him a how to do it, but he didn't really mash them up, so they were like giant chunks. And then
there were giant chunks
then
in
he
that
put
guacamole.
a lot of spice in it, like a lot of spice,
Yeah,
so it was
very
not
spicy.
like the cool, like what you want from guacamole. It was like really weirdly spicy. It was also I don't know what he put in there. It was fine. It was edible.
I had some of it. I did not realize that the avocado pieces were not supposed to be so big. I thought that was a choice.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then Saturday, I laid around all day because
Yep.
I was at a party. But then I had a Halloween show at the Harvest Moon, which is like a new bar or it's not a new bar, but we've never done a burlesque show there. Not entirely sure burlesque works there, but it was still fun. And then Sunday I worked, and it wasn't a Halloween themed wedding, but they had some creepy decor. They had this little baby bat skeleton,
Ooh.
and some tarot cards and things like that. And then Sunday I wore a kigurumi and just went to a bonfire, and it was dope.
Ooh.
I just got to wear my pajamas all day. And everyone was like, oh, you look so cute. And I was like, yep, I'm in pajamas. I'm the smart one here.
That's how I felt when I wore my cat onesie. It was the best.
Onesies are the best. That's the way you do Halloween. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then, of course, me and Nick dressed up like Brie and Daniel. And Nick was so embarrassed to be in little wrestle panties.
He looked great.
I know, but he was like, oh. He wore a blanket
Did
over
he feel
himself.
better once Michael showed up and was in a tween girl crayon dress?
Michael had the best costume, let's be real.
Yeah, he did. It's true, he did. Yep. Eyewitness Miss Elizabeth from WrestleMania 7.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah. Well,
I haven't put the pictures up yet. We took a couple pictures. I'll put them on the Tumblr.
Yeah, I think I really nailed the worried Miss Elizabeth look. That was my goal. I think I nailed it.
I think you did too.
What wrestling merch are you wearing?
I work today at a nice boutique, so I did not wear any wrestling clothes. But I am wearing my legit boss rings. You can hear that I'm actually wearing them, not just saying that I did. For Miss Sasha Banks. Also, it's pretty baller that I have these rings.
Yeah,
so.
I like those rings. I think they're cool. At first I thought it was weird that they were just bars, but it seems so much more
Easier.
practical.
Yeah. I usually have them displayed on a shelf in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I could break them out today.
Yeah, they look good. They look good with that outfit, actually. The color palette is similar.
Oh, yeah, my gold. My cat
That's
necklace.
a great cat necklace.
Thank you. It's a cat cameo. It's like an old-fashioned cameo, but it's a cat.
It's so great. That's great.
What wrestling merch are you wearing? I know that we have to say merch because we're not wearing
Neither
shirts.
are wearing shirts. I'm wearing my Nikki Bella hat because it's my new favorite hat. I wear it all the time.
Remember when I was like, I ordered a Nikki Bella shirt and it never came?
Mm-hmm.
I called them today.
Yeah.
And they were like, is this the right address? And I was like, in my head, I was like, nope. And I was like, yes, it is the right address. It's not. It got shipped to a different house. So, who knows if I'll ever see that?
Oh, jeez.
Well, we all make mistakes, okay?
Yeah, it happens. That's all right. I am, while not wearing a wrestling shirt, I am wearing my Party Crasher election shirt because I wanted to remind you that if you could hear the sound of my voice, you should vote on Tuesday and participate.
Or any day that has early voting.
If you have early voting, then vote before Tuesday, but make sure you vote by Tuesday.
Yeah.
And participate in our democracy, and read about your down ballot candidates, and look up a list of judges, and don't just click yes on everybody.
Yeah.
Because judges are really important with how laws and sentencings happen. So, read up a little bit. And then if you haven't voted, go vote. Yay!
PSA.
Don't vote for Donald Trump.
Did you see that?
You do stop listening.
This sounds funny. I follow Katy Perry on Instagram because I like Katy Perry. But she dressed up like Hillary Clinton.
Oh my god, I saw that.
But she got like a fake prosthetic put on.
Yeah.
She looked terrifying.
It was terrifying. Yep. It was too spot on.
It was freaky.
Yeah.
It was like Uncanny Valley freaky.
Yeah.
Also, up top before we get started, because of the busy holiday weekend, and it being the best holiday of the year, I did not watch anything except for Hell in a Cell and Raw. And I watched Raw today at 7:30 in the morning. So we're only going to talk about Hell in a Cell and Raw. We're not going to watch SmackDown because there's a Cubs game on.
Yep.
But we'll do questions and we're going to do a fun game with Nicole. So
yeah.
If you want to hear about TNA, sorry.
I hope that there are people who are like, oh man.
I hope so. I think at least some of our listeners are like that.
Mm-hmm. They'll be like, how am I going to know what's happening on TNA now?
I don't know. Fucking watch it, maybe.
People try.
I know. Okay, well, speaking of TNA, let's talk about news.
Yay.
Their United Kingdom television provider dropped them, or is dropping them in 2017.
Great.
So, woo.
There goes TNA, I guess.
Bye.
That was like their main source of income too, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So I guess that's that.
There's that. So we'll watch as the dominoes fall.
Yep.
Also, Maria Kanellis announced that she's going to retire from wrestling soon.
Yep.
I guess she's been in grad school and is looking for a...
She's been in school and is getting her bachelor's, and then she's going to get her grad degree.
All right.
Yep.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, good for her. Yeah, she said that she wanted an exit plan, and good for her.
TNA gave her one.
Seriously.
But where will I see her hair?
She's going to be like Vicky Guerrero. We're just going to look back and be like, oh man, she used to be a wrestler.
She was the best.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we're going to talk about her. What else? I guess Paige is going to start a YouTube channel about her life with Alberto Del Rio, which sounds like the worst
The worst
choice.
The worst idea.
The worst choice. I can't think of a worse choice.
Right?
For her to do.
This dummy.
Whew, I'm going to watch it.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
100%. Also, and we're going to see AEW this Friday, so tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're going to see Broken Matt Hardy.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
If you're there, say hi.
Oh, yeah, say hi to us.
Don't speak to us.
Buy me a beer, whatever, no big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Always encouraged.
You want to talk about Hell in a Cell?
Yes. Did you watch Total Bellas?
I know.
Okay.
That's how busy I was.
Damn.
I was so busy.
I watched Total No.
I didn't get a chance to watch the greatest show of all time.
Man.
I also, side note, have been like really obsessed with Supergirl, and I've been trying to like binge watch Supergirl. So I like probably could have watched some stuff, but like, you know, when you get sucked into a show,
Yes.
gotta watch Supergirl.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
I don't even like Supergirl in comic books. Well, it's not that I don't like her. I just never have read any because I don't really like the super family, whatever. But oh my god, the show is so good. And you know who's super good on it? Callista Flockhart.
I love Callista
She's
Flockhart.
so fucking good on the
She's
show.
so good.
It's such a good show.
Is she still married to Harrison, or not married to Harrison Ford?
Yeah, I think they're just like committed life partners.
Yeah, they're still life partners. Okay, that's what I thought.
Life partners.
Yes.
All right. So, overall thoughts about Hell in a Cell.
There were parts that I really liked about Hell in a Cell. There are other parts that I found kind of predictable and boring. Overall, I thought it was a huge improvement from Clash of Champions, though. And
That's fair.
I thought the jerking around of the women was kind of annoying. But who cares? They had almost 40 minutes at the end of the show. Like, that's a significant amount of time.
Well,
an unprecedented amount of time for the women.
Let's start with the top. I didn't watch the pre-show.
I didn't either.
It was a 6-man thing, but
Yeah,
Cedric,
I heard it was really good.
Yeah, and Cedric got the pin, so good for him.
Yes.
I honestly, like, I don't know what it is about, like, when Rusev and Roman Reigns fight, but it's like, it's almost like I can't watch it. Like,
Me
I get
too. I'm just
so bored. Like, even if I'm, like, actively trying to watch it, like, I can't, other than Roman winning, I cannot tell you one fucking thing that happened to it.
I thought that they had an okay... they had a good, classical Hell in a Cell match. They, like, used the cage a little bit, but it wasn't anything... It's weird because I thought
didn't need to be a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. It didn't really need to be. It was weird because I felt like their storyline made the most sense for them to be inside of a cell, but they had the worst of the 3 Hell in a Cell matches. But it like wasn't bad. It was just my biggest complaint with Roman
boring.
is that I find him very predictable, and like I find
Rusev very predictable too. I know that you think that he's all like cute and whatever, which is gross, but he is also very predictable.
Yeah, like they just had. I mean, we've seen this match so many times. I just don't care. And
they were showing a clip on Raw from the match, and it was like a moment with a chain or something, and I was like,
yeah, I will say that part. Was
I literally
very
don't
cool.
even remember that. I was oh, there was a chain in that match.
Yes.
I guess I actually wasn't watching.
Yeah, that I really enjoyed. Yeah, Rusev brought the steps into the ring and then got Roman into the accolade with the chain in his mouth. That was cool. But the thing, like, I find Roman predictable because I always know when his rally is coming because he's so obvious about it and he's dead in his eyes and I just, like, can't take it seriously.
That one? How he does that, like,
but I will say, like, he is better. He's good in the ring, even though I find him predictable and boring. Like, at least he's not a bad wrestler anymore.
That's true.
Is, like,
That's fair.
a really good improvement. And I kind of feel that way about Rusev, too. Whatever.
Roman retains.
Like I said, I hope Roman is champion for 1,000 days so that he never has to have the other titles.
1,000 million trillion days.
Right, exactly.
That was followed by Bayley and Dana Brooke.
Which was fine.
Yeah, that was also kind of, like, predictable.
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever. Nice that there was 2 women's matches.
Yeah, I agree. And, like, it's good storyline building. It's just, like, we've seen this so many times. And after that super disappointing arm wrestling segment, I was like, I don't give a fuck about this anymore.
Arm wrestling.
But I thought that
so stupid.
They did a really good job. And, like, Dana, again, it's great to see her get better every time she wrestles.
Yeah. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Enzo and Cass.
I don't remember anything about this match.
All I remember,
so forgettable.
I thought the Enzo's talking before it was really good. All the, like, big gal stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. And, like, you know, I can go either way with Enzo. So I really enjoyed it. But then Enzo did the thing he did where he loses the match for them. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm tiny. I get beaten up a lot.
Yep. That's cool, I guess.
That I did like that the club looked strong.
Yeah.
Followed by, I mean, we'll get to Raw, but, like, followed by that, I don't know.
Ridiculous garbage match.
I had a really good time.
I really enjoyed it, but why? At least it wasn't the women. That's what I said the whole time it was on. I was like, I'm glad it's not the women who have to do this stupid Halloween segment.
Yeah. It was, so that was followed by Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins.
That was a great match.
That match was fire. That match was so good.
It was dope. They did a great job. Both of them were great.
I loved Kevin Owens' entrance, like how he, like, kind of was like, oh fuck, Oh, God. He went through 2 tables!
That was nuts. When he set that up, I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, no, no.
I was like, oh, you're setting it up, which means that you're going to go through it.
I know. That's what always happens. Did you see Jay tweeted? And she was like, I'm just now realizing why that always happens. And I was like, yes.
Yeah. How did you feel about Jericho's interference?
I loved it.
I thought it was pretty brilliant.
I thought it was really good. I was really confused when the fire extinguisher went off. Like,
me too. I was like, was that an accident?
I didn't think it was an accident, but I was like, this is just really bizarre, and like, I didn't totally understand what was happening. And then as soon as Jericho came out, I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
And I also thought that it was a good way to like differentiate between the 3 different matches, that they were all different kinds of Hell in a Cell matches, and like, this is the one where someone interferes and gets inside of the cage.
This is the boring one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Man, I remember I was watching it, I think I was watching it on the bus, that match, and there was a moment where like Seth Rollins like just shot through the ropes and into the fence, and I was like, oh fuck, really loud. It was like shocking. They did a really good job, and there's good pacing. I'm glad that it seems like this feud is over for now.
I agree.
Because it makes sense that Jericho and Seth Rollins will have this like blood feud or whatever now.
Right.
I thought they set that up really well.
I agree.
Because, if Seth could technically still be, like, fighting for the belt, but now it's like, oh, I lost this because of you, so I'm going to kill you, and then I'll go back to the belt.
Right, yeah.
Which opens up, Owens to other people. And,
right.
And because it's a Survivor Series, so they're, like, focusing on all the team shit more than the championship stuff, so it makes sense. I think that was really good booking.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I think the refs did a great job with their acting.
Yep, that's
Shout
true.
out to the refs.
Shout out to the refs.
That match was followed by the Cruiserweight. Remember when we were like, they're the Divas division now?
Yep.
They had to follow that, like, fire match.
Total diva move.
I guess I'm glad that Brian Kendrick is the champion now, so now we can get, instead of being like, I think, instead of
so
him
we can
being
hit
like,
reset on this division.
Well, I think it's because, I get the joke that you're making, but, like, I'm ignoring it. I think it works because, like, now we don't have to focus on him, like, whining, like, oh, this is my last chance. Now we can just be, like, the heel, and, like, we can just have that instead of, like, all that whiny stuff made me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it made me deeply uncomfortable. But also there are a lot of really good baby faces in the Cruiserweight division, and, like, I want to see them move forward. Mm-hmm. And, like, I want to see Cedric Alexander challenge, and I want to see Rich Swann challenge. It seems like Rich Swann's
getting, like, a push.
Let's be real. For serious, like, he's the one who gets to pin all the time.
He got the pin over on Brian Kendrick.
Right, exactly.
Champion, and they even mentioned that on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole was like, let us not forget.
Good, I'm glad.
Nobody's forgetting.
I really like Rich Swann. I've been happy since the day he debuted in NXT.
Yeah.
Talked about on this podcast.
That was followed by a tag team championship match with The New Day and Cesaro and Sheamus. I hope they never give them a name. I hope it's always just Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yes, I agree. I don't know. I liked it, sort of. I didn't really care.
I liked their backstage segment where it was like, hey, thanks for this tape. Hey, you're being kind of nice. I was like, okay, let's follow my lead. Oh, fuck you. We're going to do my lead. I like that they were, like, almost friends.
Yeah. I don't know. I like this storyline. I kind of want Sheamus and Cesaro to take the belts off a New Day.
I do, too.
Because I feel like the way that this story is being told, like, they're this dysfunctional tag team that happens to work together very well in like bursts, and I feel like that's the way to beat the New Day, and then to have that belt taken off of them by somebody else later, and like
that makes sense.
I feel like that's a good way to transition that. It can be like, oh well, there are these 2 very powerful singles wrestlers, and it just happened to work like magic this one time, but then it fell apart, and like I'm into that.
I know last week I was like, I'm over them fighting. Let's just get it over with, but I don't know. I think between Hell in a Cell and Raw, I think they are doing it a little bit better now. I don't know, the fighting, almost friends, not fighting.
Yeah, like still like they work together because they have to, and they realize that they can actually get work done if they work together.
I thought that how that it ended made a lot of sense because Xavier was tapping in the ring, but they got disqualified, and Francesca too is dead. Yeah, so I guess we're getting another Francesca. Yeah. Francesca's cousin's coming or something.
Yeah, we'll see. I wonder if her name is also going to be Francesca.
I don't know. They can't not have a trombone
or some other kind of instrument. Maybe it'll be something different,
like a stupid tambourine. Can you imagine them with a tambourine?
Oh, God.
It would work with all the clapping.
Yeah, it would.
Which had a tambourine. That was followed by the main event, the actual main event.
The third main event.
That was the third main event, but the actual main event was the third Hell in a Cell match with Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks. I didn't know which was going to be which, and then once the other two Hell in a Cells went, I did a little happy dance. I was so.
Oh my God!
I only cried once. So.
My timeline exploded. Like everybody watching it was like, "They're the actual main event."
Thank God.
My people.
Thank God.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that was decided pretty last minute.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad that people complaining for 2 weeks finally did some good.
Finally did some good. This match was nuts.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was really good. I don't like stretcher stuff, so I didn't enjoy that. I didn't like it when Mick Foley did it in his match with The Undertaker.
It trolled me a little bit because she took a nasty bump.
Yeah.
That bump through the table, I was like, I know this is fake, but I don't know, because that bump through the table was nuts.
I know, it was very convincing. I just don't like the stretcher stuff. I feel like it just eats up so much of their time.
I know.
But at the same time, but then they had a baller match, so I was, happy with that, and I think
it was long.
It set up the reason for Sasha's defeat, that she had, kind of already been defeated from the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because she is, actually little, she's short.
Mm-hmm.
But some moves, she always lands on her neck. I don't know why they're her back. I'm her fucking neck.
Yeah.
We're going to watch her snap her neck someday.
Oh my God, I know. She's just so little. That when that table didn't break at the end, I was disappointed, but she's little.
Yeah.
I'm not, Charlotte tried to put her through that table twice. And
then she was like, I don't know, pin. I got, or natural selection. Let's just do this.
But when she, hit the table and slid off and then, thudded onto the ground, that was almost more effective.
Yeah.
She was like a rag doll.
Well, and that when they finally got in the cage, one of the first moves Charlotte did was to throw her into the, to do the, somersault and throw her into the fence, and she, bounced off, and if she had been, a little bit taller, she would have landed on her shoulders, but she's just so little, she just lands on her neck.
I know.
It's so scary. But, good for her, ball for her. She's tiny, and she's like, I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go through all these tables.
Oh my God, when she spider monkeyed off the side of the cell,
was dope.
That was super dope.
There's so many good moments.
I liked that this one was so Rusev and Roman, the boring one, was more heavily utilized. They used the cage, but they centralized the action in the ring, where Seth and Kevin had the interference, and that made their kind of Hell in a Cell match.
They're selling out.
They're selling a hell. And then Charlotte and Sasha used the outside of the ring the most effectively.
Yep.
They were the only ones who were actually on the outside of the cage. They were the ones who, used the insides of, the spider monkey stuff and, throwing each other into that. They used that really effectively.
They climbed on the outside.
Yeah.
When
I thought they were going to go to the top. I really wanted them to. Nobody went to the top all night, and I was kind of disappointed in that. Because I remember Dean and Seth's Hell in a Cell match where they started up top with the kendo sticks and beat the shit out of each other. That's what I wanted Charlotte and Sasha to do, go up at the top and just throw each other around. I'm sure they were there's no way we're letting Sasha up there. Absolutely not.
She just dies. I don't know. I'm not surprised that Charlotte won. I know we called Sasha last week, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
WWE loves streaks, and that streak of Charlotte winning all of her pay-per-view matches, and most of them, all but one of them for a belt, is an impressive streak.
Yeah, it is.
And
sorry, go ahead.
No. I mean, and it also is setting up some new storylines for other people right now, other women right now, which is good.
And I she's a Flair. He's the 16-time world champ. They want her to have numbers attached to her name. She's won 13 pay-per-views in a row, or whatever it is. That was a number I completely pulled out of nowhere, but she's won X number of pay-per-views in a row, and then if she keeps dropping the belt and then picking it right back up again, she's going to be 7, 8, 9-time women's champion, and that sounds impressive, and also makes their belt sound more impressive, because it's been around long enough for someone to win it 9 times. That immediately gives it a little more cred. So I kind of like what they're doing with it, and I don't love that these women are getting super short reigns, but that's what happened in the Attitude Era. That fucking belt changed hands every 30 seconds. Right. So it doesn't really bother me that it's changing with such frequency, and I like that Charlotte has this streak now. I like that being attached to her name, because then
Also, she's a great heel champ.
yeah, she is a great heel champ, and like she gets better all the time, and like there are things that are really irritating about her still, but it like that line is now blurred of like, oh, this is just because you're bad. It's like, okay, you're kind of bad at some stuff, but you're like such a despicable heel that I'm choosing to believe that you're actually this bad, but it might be a character. Like, she's really good at like mixing that together now.
And there are
like
rumors that Sasha is like actually her too. Wouldn't be surprised.
Totally, like, of course, that damn ragdoll.
I mean, if you're
she's gonna be like Jeff Hardy and just be like ragdoll around all the time, fuck herself up,
but then come back.
Yep,
miraculously. She comes back.
Yep, whatever.
That's all we need for her to come back.
Yep.
Also, like, I don't know, it feels kind of like the era of heel champs right now, and I think that's okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that. That's what people want in a lot of ways too.
Yeah.
And
like,
it gives you an opportunity to build more baby faces, which they need
right,
really
and,
badly.
you know, what if we go into Charlotte and Bayley? Maybe Bayley gets a belt, and then we get, like, heel Sasha. Heel Sasha's the best.
Yeah, I would much prefer heel Sasha.
So
I was kind of hoping that that's what's going to happen. That this transition.
But Charlotte babyface is the worst, though. So like,
never again. I don't think they'll ever go back to that.
They can't.
It's so bad.
Okay,
So
transitioning into Raw. How did it start?
With Goldberg.
Oh yes. I gotta be honest. I at first when his music, because like I don't fucking remember. It was so long ago when I watched
about Goldberg.
I was like, whose music it was?
I came out. I was making food, and I came out into the living room. And I was like, "Oh, Goldberg's here." Okay.
Remember that
I was
time?
like excited, but also like I don't really care.
Remember that time when Goldberg fell in the middle of the ring? Remember how sad that was? Because Rusev was like, "You're not strong enough to do this," and then Goldberg was like, "You're right. Here I go falling down."
Whoops.
Also, like, why do they let Paul Heyman take bumps?
I don't know.
He's super old.
I'm just so sick of Brock. It makes me dislike Paul Heyman because
I know,
hate
me too.
Brock so much.
I hate Brock a lot.
I'm just like, he's a great heel because I hate him, I guess, but I just think he's lazy. Like, if this match is not good, I'm just like, done.
There's like gotta be no way. There's no way this match is going to be good.
It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good at all.
Undertaker is old, but is
A
also
great
a good wrestler. Goldberg has never been a good wrestler. He literally, Rusev's right, he literally has 2 moves.
Yeah, it's true.
And he's old.
And he's old.
And Brock is dangerous and lazy. Like, there's no way this is going to be a good match.
You're right.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I feel bad for him. Like, I want him to do well, because I kind of feel bad for him. I'm like, oh, Goldberg. Oh. But, like, at the same time, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also intrigued. I have a lot of emotions around this.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know.
Oh well. Whatever.
Whatever.
It's gonna happen whether I like it or not. So
that is true. It will happen. It was followed by our trick or treat fight.
Garbage.
I loved it. I gotta be honest. I don't really care about Enzo and Cass, and I don't really care about the club. So them putting pumpkins on each other's head and dress up like Buzz and
I
Woody,
did love that they were dressed
I was just like,
Buzz and Woody.
yeah, fine, whatever. Hit each other with like skeletons. This is perfect. This is like, I rather, like, because I don't care about them. I'm like, yeah, I want to see you guys do something stupid, because I'm more interested in this feud with a pumpkin on your head than any other time. So
that's fair. Like,
though they couldn't even get the pumpkin on his head right.
I know. He really tried to help, too.
I know. He was like, let me do this. And I was like, oh, Cass, you didn't take the top out of it. I can't fit my head in here with the top in here. You idiot.
Dummy. What a dummy. Oh, well. I like both of those teams. It just seems like they have no idea what to do with either of them. And so this feud just seems really pointless. But, like, I like them. And I enjoyed watching the shenanigans, I guess. I liked watching Carl Anderson go through that table filled with baked goods.
Got a pie in his face.
Yep, I did enjoy that. He took that pie super well.
Splattered everywhere.
It looked great.
Look, if we're going to have one stupid match, that was a good time for it. The people they use, like, I think they, you know, whatever.
And, like, they're all fan favorites. People like to watch them even when they do dumb stuff. So, whatever.
I'm cool for a trick or treat fight.
I remember when the New Day held a Thanksgiving Day dinner.
Look, that was great. That's all great for me. What did you think of the New Day's costumes?
I kind of loved it.
I loved it.
I didn't realize at first that they were I knew that Godfather and Papa Shango were the same person.
Yeah, they were all the same person.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
realize.
the joke.
I had completely forgotten that he was in The Nation of Domination, and so the first thing I thought of was that I really like that New Day like calls out the blatant racism in WWE a lot, and so that is like the first thing that I thought of. And then when I realized that it's like that it was also a tribute, like I really enjoyed it because all of their costumes were really well done too.
Yeah.
I mean, Xavier loves cosplay, so
I also gotta be honest, I love the Nation of Domination's theme song.
yeah,
it's a good theme song.
it is good.
Yeah, I thought it was great, and I thought their promo backstage was great, and it was a great use of them. Like we didn't need to see them fight or do anything.
Right.
It was also, you know, I loved in Hell in a Cell when Xavier was like, "Wow, you're Kofi, like you're really doing lots of pops." Like I don't understand. He was like, "I don't know. Everyone thinks I'm from Jamaica, but I'm not. I'm from here, okay? I just want everyone to know that." I thought that was cute.
Yeah, I like that too.
They're just fun. I like New Day. I'll like them forever.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry, I just will. There was the Battle Royale. I was really I'm not surprised that Braun Strowman won, but I'm disappointed that he won. I wanted Sammy to eliminate him because I thought that would have set up their feud a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, but he almost eliminated him, which
Yeah.
made Sammy look really strong and could like lead to further stuff from them, which I'm cool with, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe this will lead to Sammy also being on the team.
No, because the fifth slot is going to be Seth.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I thought that too. I was like, well, maybe it'll still be Sammy. And then the main event happened, and I was like, oh, no, it's going to be Seth. Because it's Kevin,
Yeah.
Jericho, Roman, and Braun right now.
Yeah.
There's no way it's not Seth.
Yeah, it's gotta be Seth.
Sorry, Sammy.
Boo. Oh well.
Boo.
Ugh. Oh well.
Cesaro and the Sheamus and the Shining Stars.
Whatever, I don't care.
Oh, we forgot to talk about how Byron was dressed up like a baby. I gotta be honest, my favorite character on WWE right now is Byron Saxton.
He's
Because
hilarious.
I love how Michael Cole and Corey Graves will just say something to him, and he has the best rebuttals. He's just like, yeah,
Mhm.
these are comfortable. I don't care. I'm Byron Saxton. I'm a dumbass. I love that Corey Graves was dressed up like David Pumpkins.
Oh
Any
my God.
questions?
Do you remember Dan Curry from The Walnut?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. He had a suit made of the same pattern months ago for his Halloween costume he was like an evil jack-o'-lantern devil.
Oh,
And
no.
so exactly. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're David S. Pumpkins," and he was like, "I hate my life. I hate that I paid
He
for
should have
this
just,
suit."
leaned into it. Should have put a white streak in his hair and just leaned into it. Any questions? I know it's dumb, but it was funny. Did you watch Black Jeopardy from that SNL?
I haven't watched that SNL yet.
Okay, you have to watch David S. Pumpkins, and you have to watch Black Jeopardy. Black Jeopardy is,
I heard Black Jeopardy was really funny.
it's super funny. It's also like a really well thought out. I don't know. It was very funny.
All right.
That Tom Hanks episode overall was pretty good.
I love Tom Hanks. How can you not love Tom Hanks? He's America's dad. Tim Kaine is America's stepdad.
Oh, okay.
No, Mike Pence is America's stepdad.
Ew. Out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
They're two sides of the stepdad coin. How's that?
Gross. Gross.
Okay.
What'd you think of the Charlotte promo with Bayley? I don't need her to be carried out to the ring every day. I like the Hell in a Cell. I don't need it to happen every night.
Yeah, I don't need it to happen every night either.
I was like, it's weird when you're in a leather jacket and jeans.
Yeah.
It's fine if you're in the robe. Weird now.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I don't know, I like it because it sets Bayley up as a babyface, and I also like that they were
I like that they called her, she was like, oh, my weakest link.
Yeah, and I like that we know that Bayley's going to be on the team. I like that we know that Nia's going to be on the team. Bayley and Nia have great matches. We've seen them fight a lot, and they're really good. And
I like that Nia finally came out and did something for her.
Yes.
Like, they were setting her up, and then they were like, bye.
Yeah, I'm
So
glad.
I'm glad about that.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm glad she won.
Yeah, me too. I agree. And I've seen a lot of people complaining about how Bayley keeps losing and blah, blah, blah. Bayley's an underdog.
That's her whole thing.
There's a huge part of this audience that's never watched NXT that needs to have her established as the underdog. You have to immediately love her and then be super sad that she loses, and then she goes on like a crazy winning streak and becomes champion. WrestleMania!
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I also just loved Charlotte in commentary. I thought she did a really good job.
Yeah.
Her banter,
She gets better every time she's on
her
commentary.
banter with Corey Graves, particularly about Byron, was pretty good.
Yeah, I
He
agree.
was like, Byron, can't you go to another state? And then Charlotte was like, I don't know if another state will have him with that costume.
Yeah.
And I was like, well.
Well, girl. How's that shade?
Oh, and then the main event was Jericho and Roman Reigns for the United States Championship. And there was a bunch of backstage segments.
Yeah.
That like lock it in man part was pretty funny. Yeah. Lock it in man.
Yep, Michael said that to me earlier. I was like, oh no, that's not.
Oh, about your wedding? That can be your vows. Lock it in, man.
Gross. Only if I can enter just Stone Cold's theme song. He's already told me I can't, so I don't know. Do it anyways. Yes, that's a great idea.
Definitely a good way to start off your marriage.
Yes, for sure. Deception. I thought that Jericho and Roman had a great match. Mm-hmm. Like, it was a little, again, predictable and a little boring in some cases, but, like, again, Roman's a lot better in ring. I enjoy watching him now, at least. I'm not worried that he's gonna hurt somebody.
I like the particular swagger that Jericho has when wearing his wrestle panties and just the scarf. Just like the way he walks.
He's like
he's
aggressively
committed.
Swag. Oh, jeez.
Idiot.
I'm an idiot. Whatever. I'll get it afterwards.
And then we had kind of like a mini Shield reunion.
I hated it. I hate Seth and Roman together.
I liked about it is that Roman kind of like nodded at him and Seth just blankly stared at him. He had no emotions in his face. He was just like.
I don't want them to be paired together. I hate it.
But they're going to be.
I know, and I hate it. I just, I hated the Shield. And so I, hate the idea of them together, and I know I'm, in the minority with that. I never want the Shield to get back together. I'm glad that Dean's on a different show so that I never have to worry about the Shield getting back together ever again.
For now.
I don't care for the Shield at all, and I liked all of them better individually, including Roman.
Do you think Sammy's going to get stolen to SmackDown?
I kind of hope so.
I think so.
I feel like he fits better on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That vibe works better for him. I thought at first that Cesaro was going to switch.
No, but now he's in kind of like a role.
Yeah, he fits in a very particular place, whereas Sammy is kind of floating in nowhere right now.
I like the part in the New Day segment where they were talking about the other tag teams and they were making fun of them, and then they were like, I don't have anything bad to say about American Alpha.
I loved that. I thought it was
and
great.
Like, yeah, me neither. Let's just move on.
Yeah, I agree.
Booty bros? They don't get booty, they stay booty? I love that they were like, they just say their name over and over again. Mm-hmm. That's all they did.
That's their intro.
That's literally all they did. Bros?
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
Any other thoughts about Hell in a Cell or Raw or Life?
No. I'm glad that Hell in a Cell was better than I thought it was going to be. I'm glad I kind of went in with low expectations, and I was really pleasantly surprised with a lot of it. And that's great. And I'm really looking forward to Survivor Series. Legitimately looking. Well. Yeah, I'm legitimately looking forward to it. I'm excited to see what they do on SmackDown.
Yeah, tonight. I'm interested to see how they fill out the teams.
Yeah, I agree. It'll be. I like how New Day also made that joke about the way that they were filling out the SmackDown teams, how they had to submit written essays and shit. And I was like, that does seem like something Daniel Bryan would make them do.
Oh, Daniel. All right, let's prep for our segment with Nicole.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a special guest on our podcast.
Yes, welcome.
Hello.
Who are you?
What's your name?
My name is Nicole. I briefly forgot.
Well, we're off to a great start.
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So Nicole is one of Erin's friends who Erin kind of casually got you into wrestling.
A little bit. It was mostly on accident. It was a slow burn, and then all of a sudden I didn't know what was happening. So
yeah.
Welcome.
And then we ended up at a show an hour and a half away.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Nicole came with me to the second night of the memorial tournament.
Oh yeah, did you have? Oh yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun, but also just
overwhelming.
Yes.
Yeah, they're very close there.
Yeah, we were 5 rows away from the ring.
You could see the beads of sweat.
Mm-hmm. Very close.
It was very
sexy beats of sweat.
It's true. It's very true.
Depending on who's sweating.
It's fair. It's fair.
So we're gonna play a game with Nicole. We played it before with Emily Pizzazz. It's where we show her a picture of a wrestler, and she has to come up with a name for it. And then so Erin's going to show them, and then I'm going to guess what that wrestler is
based on Nicole's description.
Yes.
This is kind of what I do when we watch wrestling anyway.
Yes,
so.
exactly.
Excellent.
Absolutely. I did not include Metal Matrix, or what do you call it, Ms.? The
Glam Metal Matrix?
Glam Metal
Glam
Matrix.
Metal Matrix.
Yeah.
That's my day.
Because I knew that you would recognize him.
I
So I
would.
tried to do people that you would know, that you do know who they are, but that you have never seen before.
Okay.
Or like have
Just to
seen
start,
little.
is this all WWE?
No.
Okay.
No. I tried to pick
no.
from a bunch of different promotions. Because you do know WWE,
I
so I tried
do.
to not do that.
Okay.
Because we don't want you to actually know it.
I know WWE enough to already have names for them.
Oh, okay. So your own names for them.
Yes.
Yes.
Glam. What do you call Miss?
Glam Metal Matrix.
Yeah, I like that. What do you call Maurice though? His wife. Glam Metal Matrix Femme. Glam.
Oh, I
Femme.
think
The
she's
blonde lady.
oh my goodness, like an X-Men character, Emma Snow. Is that
Yeah. Emma Frost.
She
Emma
does-
Frost.
Yeah, she does look like Emma Frost. That's true. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, here's the first one.
She's kind of got an Emma Frost attitude now.
The first thing I thought was Fanta.
Fanta, like a juggalo.
Excuse me.
Yes.
like the
Yes.
like the orange soda.
Yes.
He's very orange. It's a he. There's like Fanta Willy Wonka.
Is it Macho Man?
Yes! Phantom Willy Wonka.
Fanta Willy Wonka.
Do you have Fanta in the States? I don't even
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
It's a Michigan thing.
It's
isn't
a
it?
Michigan
Oh,
thing.
there you go.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we know what it is.
Okay.
Phantom Willy Wonka. It's almost as good as
Off to a
pizzazz.
wonderful start.
Pizzazz. Okay, ready? Here's the second one.
Oh, what? I have no idea.
Okay,
Bedhead.
good head.
I don't know. The bedhead of my people. I'm Asian for context. There we go.
I'm Asian for context.
That's a pretty good description, actually.
Well, now I feel like, now that we put the Asian label on, I feel like anything I say is going to be, like, vaguely racist.
No.
Gil Kim?
No.
Would it be vaguely racist if I gave you a pass for now?
Yeah, sure. Let's give you a pass.
It's a guy.
Okay.
Let's narrow it down that way.
There's Spanish, it looks like. I'm so confused.
Spanish Asian bedhead?
Yes.
That's all we got so far?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. I have no idea.
I know that you know who this person is.
I know that I know who this is,
Okay,
too.
let's see
I know
what else
everybody.
I don't know.
NBD.
It's like there's a lot of directions happening with the hair. And I have
such good clues.
I have no other.
Wait.
You can ask one question of Nicole and one question of me.
Yeah.
Is it Tanahashi?
No.
That's a good guess based
That's
on hair.
a very good guess.
So it isn't from New Japan.
Yes.
Oh, Spanish Chinese. So it's Naito?
Yes.
Okay. Spanish Chinese. Got it. Even though he's Japanese, but I got it.
Yes.
Can I see the photo?
Yes.
You remember you have to. Oh yeah, bedhead.
Uh-huh.
Bedhead.
Yeah.
So remember to save the photo so we can
Yeah,
put
I
them
have
up.
them all on my
Okay.
computer. Yeah,
I don't know why I didn't get that right away. Spanish Asian. It should have gotten
That's
Naito right away.
I really thought you were gonna get it
So
right away.
the Naito's deal is that he trained in Mexico. So the name of his faction is Los Ignorables,
Right.
and so
Ingobernables.
I don't speak Spanish or Japanese. Okay.
In the Ungovernables.
So
That's what it is.
he is a Japanese wrestler wrestling in Japan, but is influenced and trained by like Mexican culture.
Interesting.
So Spanish,
Spanish,
Asian is correct.
Yeah,
There you go.
that-
It's 100% correct.
You completely nailed that, actually. Okay, here's the next one.
Oh, Lion King. No, that's not. It's more like. Do you remember the Disney version of Hercules? It had
Uh-huh.
that like lava monster.
Yeah, kinda.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
I don't know. The pattern. It's mostly the pattern. It's not so much the
I think Lion King was a great hint, actually.
state of mind or personality.
Boy or girl?
Boy.
Okay.
Ostensibly male.
Yeah, let's be PC here. Lion King is a good.
Yes.
Yeah, but then there's like, oh, what is that? I don't want to give more descriptor.
No, you can. It's okay.
It's like there's like a weird arm cuff with like sea anemone stuff going on.
Oh no, this is hard. I always forget being on this end is so hard.
What else is there?
Okay, sea anemone armband from the Lion King, lava monster, Hercules, but also lava monster, male.
All right, I'm gonna. We'll do the one question. You can ask each of us one question, and then I'll give you a hint if you still can't get it.
Can I ask the promotion?
Yeah, you can ask me the promotion.
Okay, what's the promotion?
Lucha Underground.
Lion King. Prince Puma?
Yes.
Oh, hey, I was kind of right.
Yeah, you were really close.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, because of his head thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did
Yeah.
you see the weird anemone kind
Yeah.
of feelers?
Yeah.
I don't even
The
know.
feelers.
Yes.
I think they're gauntlets.
Yeah, I think they're feathers, actually.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
I
wears
see.
a big puma headdress.
Gotcha.
I should have picked that.
I should have
Okay.
known.
Yeah.
Lion King, Puma.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, that was a
It's
great
hard.
hint.
This is hard to be on this end. There's so many wrestlers.
It's pressure.
Okay, here we go.
I don't know.
I knew this was a good one. I knew you wouldn't know who this is.
There's a feather duster selfie stick.
Oh, Tyler Breeze.
Yes.
PC. He's so cute.
He's so handsome. He's on SmackDown.
I see.
He's in the tag team with the other fabulous guy.
They're called Breezango.
Breezango.
Which fabulous guy?
He's-
Fandango.
Yeah, he's got black, slick-backed hair, and they're fops.
They're very funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I have no
And they're both very good wrestlers.
yeah. They're both really good.
Okay.
Yep. That was the perfect way to describe
That's
that.
a very impressive pout.
Okay, here we go.
Too pleased with himself.
Oh my god. I bet you could guess who it is.
Too pleased with himself?
Like,
Johnny Mundo?
No.
That's a good guess, though.
That is a good guess.
like a little shitty boy at Christmas.
Oh my god.
It may just be the photo.
No.
Is
You're
it?
reading that correctly.
No. Okay.
You are reading this correctly.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
But if you had to name him, like, what's the name you would give him?
my first thought was Charles. I don't know.
Charles, the
No.
shitty boy at
The
Christmas.
little shitty boy at Christmas. Okay, there's leg things happening with like 3 stars, but they're not the 5.
Oh, it's fucking CM Punk.
Yeah, it is.
Little shitty boy at Christmas, CM Punk.
I know that name.
Yeah, yes, you do.
Okay.
He fought in the UFC.
Oh my god,
contest.
little shitty boy at
Oh.
Christmas. Yeah, little
He
shitty boy at
does.
Christmas in that photo. Too pleased with himself.
That was just perfect. You have no idea how accurate that is.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You're
Oh
really
my
good
Maybe I
at
am
it.
watching too much wrestling.
You're really good at this. Alright, ready? Here we go.
Oh no, no.
I feel like you key into their personalities really well.
Yeah, she's really good at it.
As she stares at the screen. Okay, like a rattlesnake, snake patterny kind of looking.
His
Trunks.
costume isn't always like this.
It's not like this.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
No, but like,
no.
what's his vibe?
What,
to
yeah,
you?
what's his vibe?
Oh no, it's a little.
This is more of a classic wrestler's costume. That's probably why she's
Oh, I see.
yeah. So
Thrown off.
more yeah. What do you read about this person?
I don't know. Let's see. That's good.
Yeah, go ahead. You can take it if you want.
Get in there. Little shitty boy at Christmas.
It's like,
That's the
I don't know,
pizzazz.
almost like defending the family honor kind of look on his face. Like he's like no, Yeah. Like, he could be the firstborn son, but he could also be the secondborn.
Oh my god. Nicole. You are really, really good at this.
I can't tell if he has enough attitude to be the secondborn.
Is it a Hardy?
No, it's not.
He's brown.
He's
He looks tan.
He's tan. He's not
He's
brown.
tan. I retract that statement.
No.
I retract that statement.
That would, you would be very confused. Yeah, he's really tan.
He's real tan. Yeah.
How else would you describe him?
He
Defending
also-
the family honor.
I don't know. I would say he looks like a brick wall, but there's so many of them that look
Randy
like
Orton?
brick walls
No.
to me. Not that much of a brick wall. I do know Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I thought a snake, defending the family honor.
That's fair. That's a good guess.
I don't know what else to say.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the promotion.
Okay.
TNA.
Defending the family honor.
He's passive aggressive.
I would not describe him as
No.
aggressive.
I don't know. Something about his face in that photo looks passive aggressive.
Shit!
But maybe that's all. Off-read.
If you were to have a conversation with him, like if you were like, hey, what's up? What do you think he would say to you? What would be his response?
Like if we were just at a hang,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
guess.
just had a cool
Yeah.
hang with this wrestler.
Oh.
I'm gonna kick myself in the face about this, right?
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah, you are.
I have
Defending
no
the
idea
family
what you're
honor.
talking
It's a
about.
boy.
It's a boy.
It's not a Hardy.
Nope. Who else has family in TNA?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of pressure. Well, it says family in TNA, Michael. Michael's like, I don't fucking watch TNA. It's not Cody Rhodes, though, right? That doesn't count because he just joined.
Correct.
Well, Ethan Carter's fake family. Is it EC3?
Yes, it is.
But that's fake family.
But storyline, it's family.
Yeah, okay.
And that was like his whole bit when he was a heel. That
Yeah,
like, he was defending Dixie's honor and defending his
How
family.
come the first thing you didn't say was like, oh my god, so hot, want to put my mouth on his mouth? I would have been like, EC3, we got it. Let me see.
Your face
Yeah.
on my face.
I tried to pick the most wrestlery photo I could find of him.
God, he's
That
hot.
is a very wrestly photo.
He's so hot.
Wrestlery
Wrestlery.
photo.
I thought about EC3, but I was thinking like real family, so like
Oh.
dynasty stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess how that would be confusing. Okay, here we go. Next one.
Whoa.
But did you put Drew Galloway on the list?
I did not. I considered
Ugh.
it, but I didn't think she'd be able to describe him in a way that, like...
Tall, broody, beautiful. I would have gotten it.
There's a corset. There's a lot of hair, but then also not a lot of hair.
So it's a girl?
Blue
Yes.
eyeshadow.
Just to describe what she's wearing.
It's
What do you think
you
her
know,
name
they don't
is?
always wear the same thing,
Like,
right?
I tried to
like
pick...
a person who
Emily
goes
did
to
the
a
same
goth
thing,
rave.
so yeah, that's a good description.
Goth rave?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think her name is?
but it's like too happy to be there.
She's like a poser.
Yeah.
If you...
Mystic darkness.
Victoria?
No, it's not.
It's not Victoria?
No, it's not. Mystic Darkness is a good name, though.
There's also tits.
Yes.
It's not Sable, is it?
No.
This is say we've done Sable.
Mhm.
I'm trying to read what her pants say. Are they just like
Trish?
runes?
No, I think they might just be runes.
Melina?
No.
God.
Mm,
I'm
Not,
trying to think of pants and corsets.
not WWE.
Not.
Oh.
Mystic Darkness is
Like-
a great
like-
name,
Like
actually.
like 20% of this feels My Little Pony.
Not okay, so corset at a goth rave, but too happy to be there. Mystic Darkness, kind of My Little Pony.
Lots of hair.
Lots of
Lots of hair, but not a lot of
Like-
hair.
Like on the one.
Oh,
But then
Havoc.
Yes.
I got it. That's all very accurate.
Jessica Havoc. That's her name.
Yeah. Jessica Havoc.
This is the photo. Right? That's a good Havoc photo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tits. Lots of hair.
Lots of hair, but not a lot of hair because it's shaved.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Too happy to be at the goth rave.
Right,
100%.
but still very much so dressed as.
Again, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh no. Ha! I like if Zach Galifianakis got buff.
Like real buff?
Brick wall buff.
Yeah.
He's got very fancy
I hope that
hair.
Mike is picking up Michael laughing in the background.
I
Very
like
fancy
his
hair.
I'm sorry,
What kind
I
of
like his
redeep-
hair.
What kind of redeeped it from him?
Oh, awful.
In what kind of way awful?
Like the goofy guy at the frat. Like the goofy fat guy at the frat.
That's
but
that's
not that.
buff.
But not,
Yeah.
He
yeah.
used to be fat, but now he's not fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
What other things would you describe about him?
Harry.
Yes.
What? I could see him wearing like a full linen outfit.
Oh
with like
man.
a
You're more confused by every statement.
Not WWE. I'm just gonna strike that out right now.
Okay.
Also not TNA. Just get rid of all those
Okay.
people.
Like he'd be cool hanging out with Hugh Hefner.
He'd be cool hanging out with Hugh Hefner. He's the funny guy at the frat.
You got this.
I got this?
You got this. That's enough. That's enough clues.
Is it?
Is it?
Is it though?
Yes. No, you can give some more, but I feel once you know it, you're gonna be like, that was enough clues.
It's not WWE.
It's not WWE. It's not TNA.
Marty the Moth?
No,
That's a great guess.
that's a great guess though.
Oh.
Anything else? Identifying factors.
Oh.
Sunglasses. He's chewing something. I can't tell what it is. Is it supposed to be a lollipop?
Oh, Joey Ryan.
Yes.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh, I love it all. I love it all.
He pours baby oil all over himself before he wrestles. It's like part of his gimmick, and he gives his lollipop to somebody in the crowd.
He's the goofy
He's a
guy at
sleazeball.
the frat.
I was hoping what you were gonna say is that the reason he made you uncomfortable is because he seemed skeezy. And
I would've gone
You
Joey
would have
Ryan.
gone immediately.
I was
Is that
thinking
right?
more like funny
Yes.
guys, so I was thinking like Grado or Chuck Taylor,
But the frat's
like
fine,
Yeah, the
right?
frat.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Hangs out with Playboy. Hangs out with
the
Hugh
Playboy.
Hefner.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it works.
Funny guy
It
in the
works.
frat.
It works.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think this is the last one.
Oh no.
Oh, he kind of looks like a walking graphic novel. There's lots of chains and like a almost pout.
Mm-hmm. I tried to. Okay, so Emily also tried to like describe the facial features of people, so I tried to pick photos that were like indicative of who they are. So when they were described,
Baron
you-
Corbin?
No, not Baron Corbin.
No.
The chains made me think of that.
It's not WWE. Just get rid
Okay.
of all those people.
There's a terrible bleach job.
Oh man.
He kind of reminds me of my cousin, which doesn't give you any context.
Doesn't. No, I mean I'm sure your cousin's great, but I do not know him.
Like, let's see. Okay.
Oh man, lots of chains.
There's like, but it's not like it's literally like like you went to Home Depot and
Oh
just
God!
randomly picked a bunch of, and like some piping too that you just decided this would look cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know.
He wears it all the time, though. I don't know what that is.
I know who this is.
Yes, you definitely do. Not WWE, not TNA, not Lucha. Just get rid of all of those right now.
I'm not thinking of them. Try to think of people with bleach jobs.
I feel like the
like yellow bleach.
I feel like the cousin was another of my people.
Yeah. I guess. I know. I didn't want to say. I was like, oh, so he's Asian.
No, I'm bringing some color to this podcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes incorrectly.
Rainmaker?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okada.
Rainmaker?
Yeah, his name's Okada.
That is not the name I would have given you. I don't know what name I would have given you.
Yeah, I was like, you're not going to be able to come up with a name with him. Graphic novel, though, right? That coat that he wears.
Yeah.
The coat.
And the pout, like, graphic novel pout. I was like,
and the chains. Yeah. I forgot about the chains.
Mm-hmm. I should have had one with the money in the background.
I feel like it's so hard because we watch so much. Like, when we play this game again, it has to be, like, WWE, TNA, something. Right. It's too much.
It's harder because Nicole knows WWE.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
More people.
But once, like, you eliminate some.
I have their names already.
Yeah, exactly.
Glam Metal Matrix.
Glam Metal Matrix is the Miz. So everyone knows. Glam Metal
and then
Matrix.
there's the Purge family. Who are they?
The Wyatts.
Would have gotten that one. Would have gotten Glam Metal Matrix too.
All right, well, that's our
Thanks
game.
for being on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Do you want to promote yourself on the internet anywhere?
Probably not.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, let's not.
Okay,
well,
great.
thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Nicole.
you.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality. I know you're anger.
This is the part of the podcast where we pat ourselves on the back.
Yeah, the favorite part.
Demi shout out.
Yeah.
So we'll start with a couple questions.
Okay, so we have one from Michael. It's MLP. This one is kind of old, but we're getting to it now. He asks, we know how you feel about the ADR double stomp. Are there any other current finishers that really bother you? I hate Sami Callihan's finisher.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's scary.
It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
It's like a, Tombstone is the one where they face in, Pile Driver is the one where they face out, right? It's a pile driver where he kicks them in the head first and then pile drives them, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm like horrified someone's gonna break their neck. I really hate it. It's the only one that I can think of that comes to my mind that I really hate.
I know there has got to be one that I hate. Name some finishers.
What?
I can't think of one off the top of my head. I feel wholly unprepared for this.
Oh, well, I mean...
I'll think about it and then I'll come back to it.
Okay, that's fair. You can continue to think about it. Then we have one last Twitter question. This is from Pugs Love Drugs at Drugs for Pugs. That's with Z's instead of S's.
Obviously.
Okay.
That's how you spell drugs.
Yes. Okay. If I love Gargano but am annoyed by Bailey, am I secretly misogynist? They're basically the same character.
I don't think they're the same character.
I agree. I think that they're both underdogs, and I think that Gargano is also fresh and new in a way that, like, Bailey is being pushed so hard and in a very specific way that is trying to replicate not TNA, that's a different company, NXT. So I feel like that's part of it. Like, if you don't like Bailey on Raw, like, I kind of get it. Like, she hasn't been booked super well, and also, like, hasn't really gotten a chance to shine at all. Like, she was in that triple threat with Charlotte and Sasha, which was great, but she also lost that match and has been booked to kind of lose everything. So I don't think that's bad, and Gargano's been booked to look really, really strong, too. And he's with Tommaso, and they're a great team. And I think that that's a big part of it, is that he's just booked so much better. So no, I don't think that you're secretly a misogynist. Although thanks for checking in. That's a good way to check yourself.
Yeah, I think they're definitely different characters. I get where where you could draw similarities from them.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think you're fine. It's fine if you don't like Bailey.
Yeah.
I get it.
You can not like Bailey. Lots of people don't like Bailey.
I don't like the coup de grace.
Oh, the
Finn's move.
Finn's, which is basically the ADR double
Yeah,
stomp.
I don't like the coup de grace.
Fair enough.
I don't like stomping moves, I guess.
Yeah, you don't like stomping moves. I do like the coup de grace when it's shot from the right angle. It's just that.
But the fact that you have to shoot it from the right angle is dumb.
But that's true of Mick Foley's elbow drop to the floor is like that. If that's shot from the wrong angle, it doesn't look good either. And, like, he talks about that in his memoir, where he's like,
yeah, but
unless you learn how to shoot some stuff, like, it's just not going to look good. But I agree with... I think, honestly, the coup de grace looks better on Raw because you can be panned out from it, and it looks way more brutal than from the NXT
I also
stage.
don't like Seth Rollins doing the pedigree. I don't think he does it well.
I don't either. I don't like him doing the pedigree at all. I miss the fucking curb stomp.
I do too.
It was way better.
Okay, we got some new reviews. We got 3 new reviews, or 2 new reviews and 1 rating, so thank you. Begging really does work.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out for us.
So this review is from Johnny_Evil, and the title is Makes Me Happy. So many great things about this podcast. Recaps of all wrestling, not just WWE, so this is an exception.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
By 2 people who are clearly fans of the sport. Segues that are just nutty and fun. Seriously, operatic space sex. Vocal reenactments of your favorite wrestlers. It has it all. 5 stars. He wrote stars.
Yeah.
5 stars.
Shake.
Yeah. If this is your first podcast, we usually talk about a lot of wrestling, but Halloween is like my favorite holiday. And we played a game, which had a lot of different wrestlers in it.
Exactly.
So
it was a nice sampling of the kind of shows we watched.
I have been watching a lot of New Japan on Access. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of old stuff. So it's not like I can be like, oh, in this match. So I am getting used to and acclimating myself into that. So
Yep. That's a great way to get to just know those characters.
I could probably do without the commentary.
Yeah, the English commentary is bad. That's why I watch the Japanese commentary. I would rather literally not know what they're saying.
Yeah, I am almost there.
Yeah.
Our second review is from Noisy Nate. Unapologetic Marks Unite.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I got turned onto this podcast about 2 months ago via a link on cagesideseats.com, free advertising for Gino, and have been utterly knocked flat by how much I enjoy it. Starting on Thursday each week, I find myself consistently refreshing my podcast in hopes of a new episode. Stella, sorry that they are consistently late. Stella and Erin are excellent, entertaining, funny, thoroughly knowledgeable, obvious mega fans of the business, and yes, sexy to boot. Listen to this shit.
Yeah.
P.S. to my fellows, feminism isn't in fact scary. Women are both awesome and necessary, and they deserve our respect. Dummy, yeah. P.S.S. Really jealous of the ridiculous wrestling scene in Chicago.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
That was such a great review.
That was a great review. Thank you so much.
Women are awesome and necessary.
Don't be scared.
So thank you for our new reviews. I am not above begging for more.
Yeah. Give us reviews.
Even if you don't have time to write one, if you can pop onto iTunes and rate, it really helps our algorithms and
Numbers.
jib jabs, numbers and things.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your questions. As always, you can tweet at us more questions or just say hi. I'm at Stella_Cheeks.
I'm at Urgency.
You can email us at notyourdemo@gmail.com.
You can check our Tumblr where we have been trying to put more things up there. Someday at notyourdemographic.tumblr.com. I think if nothing else, we should just commit to like a Bay of the Week. We can
Bay
do
of
that.
the Week.
Because I have literally like 160 wrestling photos on my phone. You can just ask me and I'll just send you one.
But we have to agree. It's like our Bay.
Well, yeah, but I will present my case.
Okay.
I'll be like, you're one of the 160 photos on my phone.
These are like your spank bank photos?
No, I just like to have them.
Okay.
So that I can reference them and I can send them to people and be like, hey, are you into wrestling? Like Sarah, who listens to the podcast, she works with someone who wears wrestling shirts a lot. So she'll text me and be like, who is this? What does this shirt mean? And then I'll be like, here's this person. Here are 8 photos I have in my phone of this person. She was about Dalton Castle and was like, his entrance is the best thing I've ever seen.
Oh, man. Oh, we also,
Congratulations.
2 people tweeted us the link to the awesome Halloween ad.
Yes.
So I will put it on the Tumblr because everyone in the world needs to see it.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh my god, also, if you have not watched Nikki Bella and John Cena dressed up as each other for Halloween, you really should. It's only a minute long and it was really funny.
I'll put that on the Tumblr too.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was so uncomfortable watching it. But it was very funny.
It was good.
And you can find us on iTunes. Please rate, review, and subscribe. And check us out on cagesightseats.com and then read and click on things.
Yeah.
That's how interneting works.
Internet.
Okay, next week we'll be back with all the normal stuff.
Yep.
Not just WWE.
All right.
Michael is shaking his head. He doesn't like when we record here.
Yeah, well.
He's over it.
Whatever. He was on my last nerve earlier, so you can deal with it.
I'll edit that part out. Debbie!
Yeah.
Glorious. No, I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming, and I'm loud.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything!
With a Sam's Club membership, you get incredible savings every time you shop. Save on all your holiday cooking needs with over $5,000 of exclusive instant savings offers, like stovetop stuffing at $1.50 off. Wrap up tasty leftovers with $4 off Reynolds Wrap foil. And for baking that family favorite pie, Honeycrisp apples are $1 off. Stop by or visit samsclub.com for incredible instant savings. Join and save. Sam's Club. Life is better in the club. See club for details.